Today I'm going to be talking about adding, subtracting, and multiplying polynomials. This is Chapter 5, Section 2. So this is either finding the sum or the difference. So the very first one, it's just adding these two together. We don't have anything in front of either of the parentheses, and it's just a positive, so we don't have to distribute anything. So now we're just combining like terms. But we have to make sure it's in standard form, that it's in decreasing degree order. So we have 8x to the fourth, and I usually cross it out to keep myself track. Then 3x to the third. Nothing to combine there. But we do have 2x squared and a negative 5x squared, so that's a negative 3x squared, plus 7x, and the ones cancel each other out. Now the next one, we do have a negative in front of that polynomial, so we do have to distribute that negative to each one of those terms. So that's going to be 4x to the fifth minus 7x to the third minus 9x squared plus 18. Minus 14x to the fifth plus 8x to the fourth minus 11x squared minus x. Now we can combine our like terms, make sure it's in standard form. So we have 4x to the fifth and negative 418x to the fifth. So it's negative 10x to the fifth. We have 8x to the fourth. Then we have a negative 7x to the third. We have a negative 9x squared and a negative 11x squared, so it's a negative 20x squared minus x plus 18. And we have now our polynomial in standard form. Next up, we are finding the product. We're multiplying. If we just have a monomial outside of that polynomial, we're going to distribute that to each term. So that's going to be a negative 44x to the eighth. Remember, when we are multiplying powers, that we add the exponent. So that's 5 plus 3, which is 8. Then we do negative 8x to the seventh. And negative 36x to the sixth minus 4x to the fifth. And that is in standard form as well. Now when we get to something a little bit bigger, like multiplying a binomial by a trinomial, you can distribute. But there is a different method that I like to use. It's a little bit more organized, and I call it the box method. And what I do is I'm going to draw a box that is a 2 by 3. I'm going to put my binomial to the left here, negative x, negative 3, and the terms of my trinomial on the top, 2x squared, 5x, and 8. And this works very similar to a Punnett square, where we multiply each term that's on each corner. So negative x times 2x squared. So that's going to be a negative 2x cubed. 5x times negative x is a negative 5x squared. Then negative 8x. Same thing on the bottom row. This is going to be a negative 6x squared, negative 15x, and a negative 24. And this actually becomes easier when writing in standard form and combining like terms. The highest degree here is 3, so we have a negative 2x to the third. Cross it out. We can see that we have two terms for x squared, so we can combine those. Negative 6, negative 5 give us a negative 11x squared, and we can cross those out. Negative 15 and negative 8x is going to be a negative 23x, and the last one is negative 24. I think this is much easier, cleaner, more organized than distribution. I really do like the box method. So we can take this and do the same thing. If we're doing trinomial by trinomial, we can still use that box method and be very organized. So this one's going to be a 3 by 3. We're going to do 3x squared, x negative 2, negative 4x squared, negative 2x, and negative 1. So that gives us a negative 12x to the fourth, negative 6x cubed, and negative 3x squared. Next one is going to be a negative 4x cubed, negative 2x squared, and then a negative x. Lastly is 8x squared, 4x, and 2. And now let's combine our like terms and complete in standard form. We have a negative 12x to the fourth, negative 10x cubed, positive 3x squared, negative 3x plus 2. And there is our final answer if we multiply two trinomials, the box method. Now this one we're multiplying three binomials, so we've got to do it a little bit differently. What I'm going to do is I'm going to FOIL the first two right there. I'm going to FOIL those out, so I'm going to have 4 minus 5x minus 8x plus 10x squared. I'm going to simplify and write this in standard form. So I have 10x squared minus 13x plus 4. And then I'm going to bring down this binomial. And now this is a binomial times a trinomial. And now I can use my box method again to finish multiplying those two. So this is going to be a 2 by 3. So we have 3x and 2, 10x squared, negative 13x, and then a 4. So we get 30x cubed, negative 39x squared, 12x. 20x squared, negative 26x, and 8. Let's combine like terms. We have 30x cubed, negative 19x squared, negative 14x plus 8. And that is your box method.